Right, so there we have our plait, our diamond knot, and then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to separate the 3 strands again at the top, so that 3 separate groups. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to crown, choice is yours, you can crown, alternate crowning, so you're going clockwise then anti-clockwise, back again, backwards and forwards, or all the way round. Just keep going round in the same direction, go clockwise all the way round or anti-clockwise all the way round. Choice is yours really. I think I'm going to go clockwise all the way round, and let's see what happens. So I'll take the first 2 leads, pass them over the second 2 leads. Take the second 2 leads, pass them over the third 2 leads, just get that loop back a bit, and then the third set of leads go back through our first set like so. And then just pull it up nice and tight, make sure none of our lines have crossed, pull it up nice and tight, and there we have it. We have our first crown knot. So that's our first crown knot tied, like so, and pull it up nice and tight as you can, because you want it to look good and be firm. It wants to be firm to hold. That's what you're after. There we go. And so that is our first crown in there. And so what I'm going to do again is I'm going to go around always in the same direction. If you want to change direction, up to you. So this time I'm going to take it over those 2 there, keep that loop there, over those 2 there, and then those 2 are going to go through the loop like so. And that's all we're doing. All the way round, we're just going to keep crowning it. Just make sure those don't cross, because we want it to look nice and neat as we work our way up. That's crossed there, just uncross that, and there we go. Okay, and there is another crown knot in our cord. Just pull it up as tight as you can. Problem with slightly slippery rope is that it does have a tendency to slip, but pull it up tight enough and we can cure that problem. Okay, so there's the next one. So that's that one done. Get it all nice and square, and same again. 2 leads, over those 2, over those 2, and then those 2 go through the gap like so. And pull it up nice and tight. There we go, another crown in the same direction. Right, pull it up tight. Okay, and then exactly the same again. Over, take those 2 over that one, like so, and then that one, or those 2, take them through the original hole that we created, the original loop. That's it. And then pull it up tight. And that's all we keep doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and do that for a couple more turns, and then I'll come back and show you the next knot. Right, I think I've gone far enough now. And so you can see here now, there's the loop for our keyring, goes on to our diamond knot, and then there's our spiral crown knots going around there. And I haven't gone too far, because the next thing we're going to do is at this point here, we're going to tie a star knot. I mean, I could go a little bit further, but what I don't want to do is go too far and then end up running out of cord. You know what it's like. But this is just a practice run, so let's see what we get out of this, and hopefully we should get, I mean, a key fob doesn't want to be too big either. And so the next thing we're going to do now is at this point here, we're going to tie our star knot. So just make sure everything is nice and tight, and then let's get on to the next bit and tie our star knot. Right, now we're getting on to the star knot. The star knot looks very complicated, possibly is complicated. I mean, it's not too difficult to tie. Once you tie the star knot, you just don't forget how to tie it. I would say the biggest problem that I have with the star knot is once I've tied it loosely, is how do I go, where do I go round and tighten it up even tighter all the way around. I often end up pulling the wrong cord and I'm going the wrong way or something like that, but you'll see that as I go through this later on. The other thing with this star knot is this is going to be a 6-sided star knot because I've got 6 strands here that I'm going to work with. If you find this tutorial slightly difficult to follow because of the small size of the strands, what I will do is at the end of this video I will put a link into another video where you can see the star knot done on a chunkier rope, and that way you'll see exactly how it's done, and it may be easier to follow. I don't know because we haven't got there yet, but that link I'll put at the end there. So there'll be a link at the end that shows the star knot being made on a hefty chunky piece of rope. Okay, so here we go. We've separated our strands here now, and the first thing we're going to do is, very simply, is just grab hold of the cord like so and form a loop like so. Simple as that. So what we've done is we're going, let's just point this out, which is the best pointer. We're going out of here, we're going under the original here and coming out there. Then what we do is do exactly the same. I'm twisting it, and as I twist it, hopefully it all goes according to plan. And there you go. You see I've done exactly the same there. I'm going over and then under. But what I'm going to do now is this lead here that's coming out here, so this lead here that's coming out here, I'm actually going to take it and pass it under this loop here, the one we made previously. So let me just take that, pass it through like so, and there we go. And that's basically locked that second one in place. I'm then going to go now to the third one here, and the third one, form a loop like we did before. Sometimes it just doesn't want to twist. There we go. So we've got our loop again, over, then under, and then this time feed that one through the previous loop, like so. Oh, it's just come untwisted there slightly. And you can see here, we're starting to create a pretty little flower. Okay, and so that's what we've got. We've done our third loop here, and we do exactly the same on this one here. So take it underneath, form that loop, pass it up through the previous loop, which locks everything in place, and then, let's see, it's just not behaving, tuck it in under, and there we go. So another loop formed, and you can see that it is trying to come undone slightly, but the next piece of strand coming through will lock that into place. So exactly the same here, just twist it so it goes underneath and then pass it up through the previous knot, like so. And there we go, getting the petals of a flower appearing. And once again, twist, form that loop, bring it in underneath the previous one, and then out again. There we go. And then that was our final loop here. So our very first loop that we created, which was this one here, as you can see, it's coming out, it's not going anywhere at the moment. So we now want to pass it up and through that loop there. And that's it. That's the start of our star knot. Now the next thing we want to do is just go around and pull all our cords so that we're pulling up a little bit tighter, just getting it a little bit tighter into the center core here. So pull it up, pull each one in turn. That's it. And There we have it. So that is phase 1 of our star knot done. Right, phase 2. Phase 2, easy enough. All we're going to do is basically some more crowning, and that's as simple as this. So what we're going to do is take each individual lead here, and I'm going to take this lead here and I'm going to pass it over the one next to it. So you can see here now I have gone over this one here and I'm holding it in place now with my finger down there, and then I'm just going to go round to the next one, bring it over, and once again hold that down in place there, and just turn it round slightly, keep the leads pulled, and so take the next one along and take that one and pull it down behind the one next to it, and then once again with that one pull that one down behind the one next to it, and you can see here now that it's loosely locking these into place. We then take this one here and bring it down like so, and then the final one we bring it down, but this time we tuck it with this down, we tuck it just there on that side there, and that will lock them all in place like so. And there we go, and as I'll pull that up gently, that's it, and you can see here now that a nice pattern is starting to come about. Now what's this one doing? That's it, pull that button a bit tighter. There you go, and now phase 2 complete. I'm going to run out of the names of the phases in a minute, I can never remember. Okay, so that's phase 2 complete.